leaders, innovators, and change makers in this room and say Happy Women's Day. I know we are an industry dominated by male, but this is our month. Can I get moved? I'm not going to follow all the protocols. Our minister and the chairpersons have recognized all the honorables. So I'm just going to move and say, we recognize their unwavering commitment to mobility and to connect people. We also appreciate Sara leadership, the president, the executives and the board, and the sponsors and captains of industry for us to gather here and share ideas and strategies. It is in the spirit of partnership that I would like to share the story of Gibela Rail Consortium, as it is a story that demonstrates what can be achieved when public purpose and private capability converge. The PRASA Group CEO has already indicated that Gibela Rail has the sole mandate of manufacturing the 600 commuter trains for PRASA, with a commitment to also provide technical support and spares for them as they run the trains. Meeting this mandate for us as Gibela was more than just words. It required a world-class factory, which we have built in Niger, and it is the first African modern train manufacturing plant, which spread over 78 hectares. I'm sure most of them you have visited the plant, and is backed by 1 billion rand investment from PRASA. Yes, our role goes further from manufacturing. We also provide the support to our only client and manage some of the depots across in Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Western Cape, with our dedicated repair center in Midrand. And through our fleet support center, we detect and resolve faults, thereby safeguarding trains' reliability and passenger safety. I must say that our impact goes beyond the factory floor. Every train we produce with it carries 145 tons of South African steel. Tangible proof of how local industry is powering our success as a company. We are committed to localization, and 58% of our content is locally sourced. And we are well on track to reach our contractual obligation of 65% localization. We have even gone further, and we have set aside over 428 million specifically for suppliers within our local area, 15 kilometers away from our factory. These are the small firms that live and work alongside us. Since 2019, we have spent almost 189 million on these firms who already are doing business in our neighboring area. And we are strengthening the communities around our gates. And most significantly, we have invested over 3.3 billion with Black-owned women businesses. This is a deliberate choice to build inclusive capacity and resilience and ensure that the benefit of industrialization reach those who were too often excluded in the past. At the heart of our business, Gibela employs over 1,200 men and women. Of this workforce, nearly half are women. 60% of this workforce are under the age of 35. And at leadership level, 50% at the board, 43% of the executive are Black women. Together, they represent a new generation of industrial leaders, the ones who will carry South Africa and Africa Rail Renaissance forward. Our impact is not just measured in building trains or empowering suppliers. It is also measured in developing the skills and futures which will be transformed. We have invested over 835 million in artisan training, internships, and rail-specific research. We have dedicated a further 43 million to maths and science program, reaching more than 10,000 young learners. And through community initiatives, we have supported early childhood development and mobile libraries. These investments are not about ticking boxes. They are about building a legacy of opportunity, ensuring that the communities who surround us are also lifted by the growth of rail. So, what does all this mean? Not just for us as Gibela or PRASA, but for South Africa and our region. It means that we are building a real capable base, a base with a workforce of skills, with confidence and opportunities. It means that Africa's industrial backbone is becoming stronger, with resilient supply chain, inclusive economic transformation, and business that can compete globally. And it means that mobility itself is changing. It is becoming safer, faster, more reliable. Trains are connecting people to their jobs, to their schools, and to new possibilities. This is the measure of our words, not only the trains that roll out from our factory, but the lives, the economies that they helped to move. Honorable ministers, colleagues, and guests, Gibela is more than just a manufacturer. We are a catalyst for transformation, a driver of inclusive growth, and a partner in building sustainable mobility. As we gather here today at this conference, let us remember, rail is not just about steel and schedule. Rail is about people. It's about unlocking potentials and forging partnerships that endures. And it is only together, both as governments and private sector, that we can unlock long-term rail growth, regional trade, and sustainable mobility. As I close in my reflection, I would like to say, every train we build, every job we create, every young person we train, every community we support as part of Africa's future, let us move forward with confidence, with courage, and with conviction, knowing that rail can and will transform lives. Thank you.